Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance. I am not in my usual environment for recording, so I apologize if we have any technical difficulties. I'm currently on the road, but tonight we have a fun episode ahead of us. The DM has very special surprise in store for us later. But I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank everyone for tuning in. Check the description. We have a special link in the description this week and possibly the next couple weeks as a link for a Toys for Tots donation through UWC, United Wrestling Coalition, and their toy drive next month. So Curbside Podcast proudly supports them. And with that said, we'll start with the oath and we'll get this show on the road. So, I, Nerimos Torrin II, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Natil.
I, Natil Starag, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Beldan.
I, Beldan Winterhill, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Corallos.
I, Corallos Abrazar, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Tarook.
I, Tarook Bloodfist, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
The DM.
I solemnly swear we're not going to have another squad battle until campaign.
Oh, thank
God!
Thank Bahamut, whatever God
or at
Beldan
least
prays
really,
to.
really later in the campaign. But anyway, on that note,
yes,
where we last left off, the party had just finished an epic battle with Raz, the heretic leader of a faction of centaurs who was starting dissent and possible civil war among the centaur people. The party, you guys having chosen to help out Rilo and to quell this little rebellion, and in doing so, gaining an ally in this never-ending fight against the Brotherhood of the Night Eye. And after a very tough fight, you guys helped vanquish Raz and his followers. And we are going to pick up at the end of that. Rilo has just finished giving his people a very motivational and kind of like a call to action speech, and trying to unite his people under one ruler as Rilo takes the mantle of chief of the centaurs. And we are going to pick up right there. And I assume, because we kind of cut immediately after the fight was over, we have a couple things to handle before moving forward. You've got the loot and things that were left from the fight, and I think that's where we were going to start up.
All righty.
So, all right. There's no real investigation check for this. This is just what the opposing side had on them. There's no real, rifling through pockets. This is what they had on. You guys get one golden breastplate, which belonged to Raz, and that's just the breastplate stats, just straight breastplate. So, one great axe that was used by the Minotaur skeleton. It's a +1 great axe, and the javelin, which was used on Nat and Torrin, is a javelin of lightning. This javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and you speak the command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. The target's got to make a dex save of DC of 13, taking 4d6 lightning damage on a fail, half as much on a success.
Ow. Damage on that one more time. Sorry.
I'm going to send it to the chat for you guys, okay. But it's 4d6.
Ooh. Ooh. Thank God I dodged it.
Nat unfortunately did not, and
Nope.
that's what definitely knocked her down. That's the first major magical item. So, find a potion. This was on the cultist, and let's say, Beldan, roll me a d10.
A D10?
Yeah, just you'll decide
Okay.
what this is.
An 8.
An 8. Okay. So what you got here is a potion of psychic resistance. When you drink this potion, you gain resistance to one type of damage for 1 hour, and in this case, psychic damage. So you've got a potion of psychic resistance.
Nice.
I know who that needs to go to almost immediately. Tarook. Tarook, here, buddy.
I'm just saying.
This is for you.
All right, fine, I'll take it. Can I have the javelin too, or does anybody else want that?
I will pass.
Yeah, I don't rely.
Yeah, Nat. That was the javelin that hit you for the lightning damage. I just sent it in the group chat for you guys. It's a fairly decent ranged weapon.
Ooh. You know what? I have my bow and arrow, so I'm good. If anyone else wants to take the jab.
I don't want it. It's not my style.
Okay.
All right.
I think
I'll
it's
take it.
Tarook's, Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Nat.
go for it.
I appreciate
You're-
it, pretty lady.
You're
Yeah,
welcome,
Torrin, I will
Lucy.
go for it.
Was
You know,
that?
Torrin, because you
We'll
didn't offer
call it a
to
fair
me.
trade because I have
Oh,
I have
yeah.
Chaos Star.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know.
All
Just
right.
saying
So,
though, if we get a real
yeah,
nifty magic hammer, just
yeah.
saying.
so Tim, yeah, I sent the stats on that in the group chat. So
All right, thanks, Tim. I'll look
Yeah,
at
man.
it. Thank you, sir.
there's one more item, and this was
Oh.
the helmet that the Minotaur wore. If you recall, the Minotaur had a helmet on his head that had a spectral eye on it. That was not the typical eye that you have seen as regards to the cultist. You still see a spectral eye at the top of this helmet just looking around. And what this is a helmet of divine sight. And this, you might want to write this one down because this is you're not going to find this anywhere. Helmet of divine sight gives a +2 to any investigation rolls. It's a +1 to AC. The wearer cannot be surprised while they're asleep. However, they do not gain the benefits of a long rest. All of their rests will be short rests.
Ooh.
The wearer also has disadvantage on any vision-based attacks.
Mm-mm.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Wait, vision-based attacks.
Yeah.
Like spell casting or
No, I'm just
no,
trying
no,
to
no.
think. Yeah.
That wouldn't, unless you have to make eye contact for that spell.
Oh, I see what you're
You
saying.
see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
yeah.
Still not worth it because your spellcasters only, unless you're an elf, you get your. No, I'm out.
Yeah,
Tarook?
I don't know if I'm feeling it either. But
You can't take
that's
long.
true.
You can't take long rests with it. So
I don't have anything that I need a long rest for to gain back. Like my rages come back at a short rest. Yeah, I really don't. And that +1 to AC would be really good. All right,
You
but
can't be
so
surprised when you're asleep. So that means if
can't be
anybody
surprised when
attacks
asleep.
you guys, you're not going to get a surprise attack. Think of it because the eye is always there, and it's kind of like
Okay.
a constant awareness. That's how that kind of
Right.
trades off.
Okay,
Hmm.
so it's +1 to AC. Can't be surprised when we're attacked. And
Plus two investigation.
+2 to investigation, but then
Plus
no
2 to
long
investigation.
rest.
But you don't
Okay.
get the benefit of long rest, and you have disadvantage against any vision-based attacks against you.
Against me. Right. This has been okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it if nobody else wants it. Nobody
right.
else.
That
Ooh.
one you do have to attune to.
Okay, I do have to tune to it. All right. So do you
Yeah.
want? Can we? How do I do that, or should just hold on to it?
You'll say for your next rest that you take, you'll attune to it.
All right. Cool.
But that's it as far as the loot and gear that was left.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that helmet.
All right. Tim, did you send that helmet into the chat? I'm gonna log on.
No,
or
because
no?
I created it.
There's no.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Creative.
I'll send you a picture of an index card later.
All right, cool. Sweetness.
I have it all written down, Tarook, if you need it.
Yeah, that works.
There you go. So that is it for the loot. It's up to you guys. Rilo has given his stirring speech, and pretty much there's a cessation of hostilities among his people, and they seem to accept Rilo's word and Rilo's rule at this point, as tensions have died down, and those who have been following the heretic have not disbanded, but they've they're not a problem anymore.
Thank goodness. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. And Rilo approaches you, all of you, and basically just says, I don't think there are any words that I can give to show you my gratitude, but I hope that this will show it. And one of his subordinates comes up with a bag, like a huge bag, and you hear it clink to the ground. Chink!
Ooh.
And inside of it is around 500 gold's worth of gems.
Wow. What?
Wow.
No diamonds, but it's like sapphires, rubies, emeralds,
diamonds.
small ones,
Oh.
small ones, totaling in 500 gold.
I could think of
Without
one
you.
use for that. All right. I'm going to put that in the old bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do that, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can I go over to the cultist, please?
sure,
Do we know him?
roll an investigation.
I hope you do.
I hope it's.
I'm gonna go with
what
him
I
and
think it
check
is.
just for
15.
Me too, because I get +2.
15. Go ahead, Tarook. All right. I'll let Tarook roll for a second one. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So investigation. Oh, nope. That's a 2.
All right.
Never mind.
Corallos, you take a look. You do not recognize, if you were looking for a familiar face, you do not recognize the hooded figure.
Lame.
Okay. All I needed to know. Thank you.
You do find the typical tattoo on the right hand. He's wearing the robes. It is, in fact, a male half-elf is who it was.
Okay.
You just hear me shout, sorry if he's hard to recognize. I kind of bashed his face in.
You also, upon investigating him, you do find a scroll.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I
bit
use
of parchment.
detect magic?
It's not magical. It's a written message.
Okay, then I'll open it up.
All right. And reads very similar to one that you read not too long ago. And it says, report back when you've handled the centaur situation. And it's S at the bottom of it.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim, I had a question. The magic, the command word on the javelin. Do I make that up? I'm reading the index card, but I don't see it.
Imagine when you hurl it and speak its command word. Yeah, you can make it up.
Yes.
No, not.
Okay.
I love where this is going.
It's great.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
concerned.
Responsibility.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very concerned.
I mean,
We're all in danger.
Danger getting
Truer words have never
demonetized.
been
it'd be
spoken.
like
All
has to-
right.
something he barely
What?
says, or else he'll set it off on his back or something.
Yeah. Actually, Corallos also Rilo kind of moves up to you, looking at the cultist, and he says, I've never seen him until all of this started to transpire. I've never seen him before. I don't know him. I figured that they had their hand in Raz's little uprising, but can't say as I recognize him. Looking at it, you also notice that the robes are similar to the ones you've seen in the past, but these are embroidered a little differently. There's a little more red embroidery around the sleeves. Looks to be like perhaps maybe somebody of a little higher on the food chain than the ones you've dealt with in the past.
Higher than even Dathan, or just the cultists that were with him at that fight?
Basically, it's similar to Dathan's.
Okay.
Some of the other cultists you've just noticed in like just straight black robes. These are kind of embroidered, and it kind of reminds you of what you saw Dathan the last time you saw Dathan. You saw what he was wearing.
Okay.
But that is it.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I mean,
Next
it's
to Brine, I guess.
that's what I was thinking. I mean,
I was thinking the same.
Yeah.
Guys, we need to find our battle ass.
yeah, but I mean, think about it though. I mean, roughly how far is Brine from here?
It's going to be just a couple days, because the journey that you took to the bugbear lair was roughly around a day. Further into Nimblewood, further into this forest, it's going to be roughly a day or two, depending on what pace you guys want to go.
So,
And if you guys just want to go to depending on your pace, and depending if you guys want to RP anything along the way, I'll just, you can say, okay, I think we're done, and we can fast forward to a point. If you want to do that, you just let me know.
Was there anything we wanted to ask Rilo before we, leave out of here?
guys want some maybe for food and water for the journey?
That's probably a good idea, especially if it's going to be a few days. We don't know if we're going to come across like any.
Or if
Any
the
bodies of
landscape
water.
has changed on our journey to Brine?
Yeah, so if there's any dangers in the way?
That's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
What if they
We
can
were
guide us
gone.
out of Nimblewood?
Yes.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Rilo pretty much agrees that you've helped him immensely, so he's been more than willing to set y'all up with some provisions and give you an escort. Not him personally, but to give you an escort to get you out of Nimblewood and to avoid any forest dangers along the way. So
That evil smile.
It just takes me back to them booted terrors.
whatever you guys want to do, you never know. Decisions have consequences, good and bad. You never know.
What's
As
going to
we-
happen with Raz?
What's that? What?
We've learned.
He's still asleep, to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, no, they've got he's with all of his immediate subordinates dead, and he is definitely taken prisoner. Why? Would you like to speak to him?
No, I'm just curious what they're like. Is it going to be a trial or?
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Rilo kind of looks at you guys and goes, "He will be tried according to our people, and it will be all I can do to keep him from being."
But you know what? Why don't we speak with him? We could
Right.
see if he knows anything about the cultists that he's working with.
Yes, Beldan.
Yeah.
And
That's a good
Torrin,
idea.
you might be able to get some more information.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, then if we can go see Roz, let's do that before we leave.
Okay. Yeah, Rilo, he says, of course, a guard will be present, but yeah, you have my permission to interrogate him as you see fit. So
Very
what
good.
you guys see is basically they've kind of quartered off a hut, which is under guard, and he's tied to the central pillar that's holding the hut up, like the central load-bearing pillar, and he's basically kind of set aside with his arms tied behind the pillar, so he can't really go anywhere.
All right, who wants to go first? And questioning the nice centaur man.
Torrin.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Is he still asleep from Corallos' spell, or is he awake now?
Given all the time that's passed, I'm going to say that this is later in the evening. So yeah, if you want to, I'm going to say that it's worn off by now.
Okay. So, Roz, seems you made friends with the Brotherhood of the Night Eye. So everyone else is going to ask you a bunch of other questions. I honestly, right now, I don't care what they have to ask. Here's what I need to know. There's a metallic dragonborn in your guys' midst. He has a burnt back and scar across his eye. Where is he?
The dead one's the only one I ever talked to.
Can I see if he's lying?
Roll insight.
2.
He's telling the truth.
Where did you find that one?
He approached me. He found me. I didn't find him.
Slap him, Torrin.
He's not worth the effort. You guys can ask him whatever you want. And I storm off.
Okay.
So did any of
Beldan?
the other cultists have any contact with you at all?
Just the one. The half-elf.
And he just came to visit you. You never went to any place to meet him?
No, he came in the night. Told me that the ones that he served could right some of the wrongs of my people. I don't even know if I believed him, but I knew a tool that could be used when I saw it.
What kind of wrongs to your people were they going to right?
Save our people from Rilo's rule.
But what makes his rules so worse off than yours? My question: what's the difference?
Let's just say that he doesn't respect the old ways.
So you didn't have any kind of interaction with any others but that half elf, and you've never met him anywhere but your own lands, your own areas.
He came to me.
Can't think of anything else. Anybody else got anything?
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
I step up to him and I look at him. Did you ever stop to think maybe they wanted you to kill each other so they can just get you all out the way?
Roll persuasion.
Well, plus Persuasion. So 13.
13. He considers what you've said. He stays silent, but he just kind of nods, listening.
Nothing. You don't have nothing to say. Nothing at all. It's actually kind of pathetic. Corallos, you got anything?
No, I can't think of anything else to ask. He doesn't seem to be really willing to answer much.
It doesn't look like he has the information we want either. It's just he was just a puppet, just on the strings.
All right. And I turn back to him and I look at him. You know, I'm sure at one point you were a true warrior, but now you're just a shell of it. Here, shackled up, we defeated you. And now you're about to be on trial. You better hope that your friend has mercy on you, because I sure as hell wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit the. This guy doesn't have anything for us. At least I don't think so.
All right.
I just walk away.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I'll follow them out.
All right.
Now that that's done with, all right. Now, before we head out, do we remember anything else we were supposed to do from the guild?
Any contracts we had with them are probably expired by about 3.5 years.
At least.
I mean, this is very true. This is very true.
And God only knows if the guild's even still running.
Well, I guess we can look at all that stuff on the way. Oh, I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready. Someone's gonna have to carry Beldan and Corallos though, because it's gonna be quite a long journey.
Walk. I got legs.
Yeah, it's
Can you
pretty much going to be a foot journey. All right. So with your loot, your bag of gems, everything that you guys have on you, and Sir Midagast trailing behind you.
Yes, I forgot we have Sir Metagast.
Very unstealthily clink as this plate armor just in the back of the pack. Chink, chink, chink. You guys gather yourselves, and I'm going to say that, are you waiting till the next day to leave? Or are you going to leave that night? What was the plan?
Everybody's still pretty beat up, right?
Yeah,
Extremely.
I think we could. Yeah, I say we take a rest.
Okay.
Tim, I have a question. Okay, so you said I can attune to it tonight, right? Like after this rest, attune to it. All right. Now I have a question. Am I able to take that helmet on and off, or like once it's on me? Correct?
Well, have you tried to take it off yet?
I haven't even put it on yet. I'm just saying. Yeah, I just wanted to know if that's one of those.
I mean, you don't know until you put it on.
Oh God! Oh man! All right, YOLO. I plop it on.
All right. All right, it's on.
Hey. Can I try to take it off?
Yeah, it comes off.
All right. Oh God!
I was worried we're about to have a Dr. Fate moment.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. My butt just puckered up real.
Oh man!
I had to clench.
Duck it in.
Is that what that whisper sound was? Just
That's why I worded that way. I was just messing with you. Yeah, no, you can take it on and off. It's just that to get the effects of it, you got to have it on.
Yeah, I got to keep it on. Yeah, I'm just figuring, maybe one point, role playing or something, stealthily, whatever. Just
mimic helmets
A mimic helmet. Yeah, yeah.
Season two.
A mimic helmet. Right, part
We're
two.
gonna start
Tarook's
hitting
forehead is
everything.
eaten.
Mimic helmets are campaign 2.
Coming soon.
All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is where we would usually do the RP and kind of the watches and all that. You guys are under full protection of the Centaur tribes, unless there's anything specifically you guys want to go through, RP, do whatever. I'm going to leave that open to you. If not, we're going to go to the next morning.
No, I'm good. Just gonna sleep on the floor again, and have Metagas walk to bed. That's it.
Yep.
I got one quick thing that I do want to RP real quick, and then we'll go.
Sure.
All right. All right. Guys, I've been thinking about what happened when we were in that other world, and I'm sorry to you guys.
Tarook,
And
stop. It's not your fault.
no,
We
Torrin,
don't blame you.
I know, but this was my biggest fear. Was this happening to me? I don't know if it's a lot of karma coming back to me or if this is my destiny. But all I know is that I don't ever want to lose control like that again. If I'm going to be stuck like this, I want to learn to harness this power. And I want your guys' help with it, please. If you see me get
Absolutely.
out of control, do anything in your power to stop me.
You got it, Bart. You got it,
All right,
buddy.
Tarook.
Don't worry, buddy. We got you.
We do. Absolutely.
I have more to say, but my mind is still all over the place. So I'll leave it at that for tonight. I'm sorry, and thank you all for being my friends. We've only known each other for this past week, but a week and 4 years.
Yeah, I was gonna
But-
say, feels like it's been years.
I'm glad that I'm part of this adventure group.
We're happy to have you. You big old nutball, you.
I can't. Never a chicken. Never again.
I don't know. I think I liked you the best when you were my pet chicken.
Tarook chicken.
As you say that, what are these 6 bottles in this crate in this
Don't
bag?
touch that.
Don't touch them.
Don't
Don't
do it.
Wait, hold on.
Tarook,
I'm just
no.
saying,
No.
a skeleton
no.
chicken.
Tarook, no.
All right.
You can't
And I
drink.
walk away laughing. I walk away
Or else
laughing.
I'm
and
I am not gonna risk it. Okay.
I walk
no,
away
I-
laughing, and I find a tree to sit up and sleep next to.
I'm going to
plate.
bed.
Wearing chicken though.
That would be pretty awesome. But
Skeleton.
we don't need it. We don't need that. We don't need that right now.
Yes.
Not 4 years
Okay.
into this.
Okay.
What would he be? A skeleton chicken?
Ooh.
Right? Think about it. A skeleton. Oh, I'm just
We'll
saying.
figure this out later. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted.
That sounds like nightmare material right there.
I got my tail handed to me
It sounds
today.
like Poultrygeist.
Oh
No, you stop that. You stop
That
it.
was, that was foul.
Y'all's puns is for the birds.
All right,
Oh.
all right.
Anyway,
Oh, that was good.
that was pretty good.
All right. So if that's it, we're gonna everybody gets a decent night's rest after the showdown with Roz and his crew. Nothing of import happens. You actually all get a decent night's sleep, and you wake up the next morning with the provisions that Rilo has offered you guys, and the day is yours. He has offered you an escort to the borders of Nimblewood, and then to get you headed on the right direction, whichever direction you wish to go.
All right.
Awesome sauce.
Let's go to
Well,
Brine, boys.
Rilo, we
Right, it is.
greatly appreciate
Yes.
your hospitality.
Yeah,
and
so
your assistance, with us getting back to Brine.
And I hope, Rilo, we could return one day.
you are always welcome among my people, and moving forward, it will take some time, but the servants of the Night Eye will be our priority once a little bit of stability has been brought back.
Of course.
Agreed.
And thank you for everything that you've done. You have the gratitude of me and my people.
I reach my fist out for a fist bump.
He hit it.
There you go. That's all you need.
And the guide that he has assigned to you is Maz, his lieutenant. And
Ooh.
Maz has agreed to take you guys to the borders of Nimblewood. And like I said, unless there's anything you want to RP along the way, we're going to get to that. And he points you in the direction of a road, which looks familiar, but looks entirely better kept than when you last saw. It is the road heading to the north, heading to Brine. And this time it's not a dirt road. It's completely paved. Cement rock.
Oh wow.
What?
And Mods kind of motions towards it. He goes, "Yeah, it's part of the King's Highway now." He goes, "That reaches from Brine all the way to the capital of Phalios in the east."
Wow.
Infrastructure has certainly improved over the years.
Really?
So
Okay.
head north on that road. You'll head right to Brine.
Thanks, Maz.
Thank you, Moss.
Thank you, Maz.
He's very begrudgingly nods.
Literally don't mention it to
Yeah,
anyone.
And he
Wow.
leaves.
It's a really fancy road.
Yeah, this
Yeah. Something
man. I
that-
hope our ale house is still around.
I know.
We're gonna be rich.
I-
Broke. One of the two.
I'm not so concerned about the ale house. I hope the bordel is still up and running.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it probably is.
That old lady will outlive us all.
Yeah.
Hey, don't
Boys.
call her old.
All I want is to find Quark. That's it.
Yes.
Well,
Let's.
and
Oh,
Finn.
We
But I'm
told
sure
Finn.
Finn is
I
fine.
want to find one man and a donkey and an entire. I
I
love
mean,
it.
we told Finn if if we ever didn't come out of anywhere to go back to. I mean,
Well,
the
we
To
inn.
go
didn't
back to
come out
Brine.
anywhere for
We
about
did.
4 years, so
Yeah, so
I
he-
assume he's smart enough
Yeah,
to
you
go
don't
back
know
to Brine.
what happened to poor old Finn and Quark.
Well, let's head to Brine.
let's find
and
out.
All right. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna start on the journey to Brine, and roughly at the pace you guys are going, it's going to be roughly around a day and a half's travel. So for the first part of our adventure, will you go ahead and the party get your order down, and we'll roll some perception checks for the road north.
Who want to go first?
I'll lead the way.
Okay. Who's going after Tarook?
I will. So I'm gonna I gotta have my boys back.
Right on, Natty.
I'll
You
just,
know it.
I'll cover the rears always.
Yeah,
you
you
want the
will
back?
cover the rear.
Wait,
Well,
whose rear are you covering, Torrin?
kind of
Use your
kind of with you
imagination.
because I've got short, stubby dwarf legs. So I mean,
Wait, what?
Checking
The gas will
Nothing.
take up the rear.
it.
No one likes a smart ass Torrin.
You put me.
I
somewhere
guess
in
I'm
the middle.
taking up the tail.
what's that?
Yeah,
Carlos?
Somewhere in the middle.
You're there. You're in the middle.
Thank you.
checking
No
out some tiefling tail. I like
Torrin, we didn't know you went that way.
it.
Some of you need to learn the what
Oh.
decorum means.
Apologies, Sir
Oh.
Pendergast.
Oh, Sir Pendergast.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, good sir, I don't
He's-
think.
Damn
think
it,
it's
Beldan, you've got
very-
me doing it now. It's
So
all
you
Tarook's
know,
fault.
for
Sir
every time-
Midagast.
Just so you know, for every time you get his name wrong, I give myself inspiration.
Uh,
Oh,
I've
we're
already got
definitely
2
in
for the
danger.
session.
Wait, are we?
Sir Midagast.
Sir Pendergast.
It gets worse. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He'll be next to Torrin.
All right, yeah. So go ahead, and whoever's in front and in back, go ahead and give me your perception checks.
I got it. And I have +2. This is lit.
I have
He'll be
Yeah,
plus 1
there we
now.
go. All right, where the hell did I
All right. Ooh,
11.
And that is 2 + 1. That is 16.
12.
Ooh.
11 and 12. All right. Not too much happens in the first couple hours of the journey. Very quiet. As far as the landscape goes, it's much of what you remember on this road from Brine headed south to Nimblewood. Now on the trip north, it's very what you remember, kind of open, sporadic trees and forestry, but not too much as far as the landscape and the overall the land has changed.
Are there any like
Beautiful.
torch lights at it? You know, like on the road or no?
Every
Torch lights?
like every mile or two, you do see like a torch. You in a couple hours you also would have passed. There is a couple mounted patrols from the human kingdom.
Oh, really?
Blue and silver cape around, mostly plate armor, very bright, kind of in the vein of like Knights of the Round Table kind of armor, that kind of feel, full blown plate armor. And every now and then you come across a mounted patrol every once in a while.
Highway cops, fancy.
Yeah, you just from looking at it, and I'm not even gonna make you roll for any of that. You just see that, the road is a little patrolled a little better. It's kept, there is a little difference from what you remember. But I'm gonna say, using those perception checks and moving forward in the next couple hours, you do come across a very elegant, extravagant looking carriage that's kind of pulled off to the side of the road.
Nope. The last one made me a chicken.
I was just thinking that.
Well, what you see is once again this very extravagant looking carriage, and the driver, who was a gnome, has been shot with several crossbow bolts, and he lies dead, slumped over the front of the carriage. And what you see is a human female who's being harried by several highwaymen. And what you see is this human female with black hair that it's pinned with a golden jewel. There you don't see any armor, but you see fine clothes, black velvet with gold embroidery, and red ruby lips, and very, very attractive. And she is being harried by 4 highwaymen who have apparently attacked her carriage. And that's what you see as you come up.
I guess we're gonna play police again, boys.
Yep, time to save the day.
You got to start paying us for this.
How far away are we?
They did last time.
Yeah, how far are we from the carriage?
I'd say it's about 100 feet in front of you. It's kind of
I can
pulled
hit
off
that.
to the side from where the driver was shot with a crossbow bolt, and you see this very, very attractive human female being harried by 4 highwaymen.
Oh, stop.
Or-
Yeah, I can hit that.
Again?
Good.
Okay.
Great.
I am shite with technical stuff. So we have gotten over the first hurdle of virtual gaming.
Yeah, first rule.
Good old Olive
Everything
here.
works.
I like her already.
Hello, new friends.
well, and some
Welcome.
old friends. Hey,
Good
lady.
friends.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see your smiling faces.
Yes.
So,
Hi.
what you see is what I just described you, and she's being harassed by these 4 highwaymen. You see they've all brandishing blades, holding up to her, basically in the middle of trying to rob her.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So, do I see the party, or are they in the woods? What are they doing?
They're just walking up on this now, and they've just now noticed you and your predicament.
All
so
right.
when
Are
we're
we
within,
attacking?
yeah.
Yeah,
Can I cast
yeah.
Eldritch Blast?
I'm gonna
I'm
catch
right
Sacred
up
Flame
there.
as soon as we
Hey,
get
I'm
close
bowed
enough.
up. I'm ready. So I'm ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
hear me telling
What do you-
them you should really consider my offer again. You can have anything. I'll pay you a handsome fee. Just leave.
Yeah.
That's
I say we take a
60.
choice. And the others just kind of like, yeah, stay out of this. This is no affair of yours. And they yell back at you guys.
And then I see the
Oh,
party.
yeah, bear.
Who do
So
I
how-
see specifically? Who's the first person I see?
Who's in front?
Tarook.
Tarook's in
Tarook,
front.
a
You see-
monster.
Yeah,
Monster
Tarook.
guy.
Big Goliath man.
You would.
You a big Goliath man?
Yeah.
Tarook, go
yeah.
ahead and describe yourself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you see me, Goliath, silver gray skin, 8'10" of pure raw awesomeness.
I'm going to so nah, you guys probably wouldn't even catch that. But yeah, no. So basically I'm gonna see the pilot, just glance back at the bandage and just go, villains, no, help, please. For me.
No problem. And I'm gonna throw that javelin I have right now.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
my
Oh,
God.
shit.
Well, maybe I should stand the fuck.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Right now.
All right.
Yay,
Am I
editing.
rolling
Yay.
too?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
forgot
roll,
It's
roll
okay.
for the attack, dude.
All right. What's
forgot I
the
have to be
plus
kicked
on
up
it?
your parents, Warren. I can't be like Warren. Sorry. I forgot.
I don't have a javelin stat, Tim. That's Dex, right? So it'd be.
For
I'd assume
range,
it's +2. Yeah, range is Dex.
yeah, but for a barbarian,
It's strength.
you're proficient with javelins, though. I think that's
Yes.
still
So it
use
goes
your
off your
strength
strength,
on
bud.
Oh yes, let's get it.
Oh my god.
All right.
I can't wait to see this happen.
I'm rolling. That would be a 5, 6, 7, 18.
that. Yeah, 18 hits. Roll damage. You got those 2
Yes.
that are lined up off to the
Yeah,
side.
I would
there.
go for those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Where am I? Who am I?
That's what I'm doing.
You are the shiny metal because I don't know your character's name yet, so I can't make you a fancy tile.
That's fine.
All right.
You're the
And that
shiny.
is for javelin.
Yeah.
Is that a D6?
It's 4d6.
Jesus.
No,
Remember, you've got the word. You got the.
No, he's asking the
The
base for a
command word?
javelin.
Yeah, just the base.
Oh, you're just using it as a base.
Yeah. Well, because I don't want to hit Pretty Lady.
Only 5 feet.
Okay, I
With a
thought you were
lightning
activating
bolt.
it. Yeah, no, that's a d6 for that. Yeah.
I mean, you got a
Alright,
cleric, right?
well, because it's in a line 5 feet wide, right?
Yeah,
And
so just
Yeah.
those guys right there, dude.
oh no,
she'll
so
be
I won't
fine.
hit her, right?
Yeah,
She'll be
that's
fine.
Oh, that's. I was gonna give it to you. Yeah.
All
I
right,
really-
yeah, perfect. So I throw it and I say Thunderbolt.
Nice.
Okay, good God.
And with that roll me some damage.
I was
Oh,
really
good
hoping he was
Lord.
gonna say Shazam. I was
All
hoping.
right, so
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one-
I was
So
totally
much
suspecting
PG than I thought it was gonna
Shazam.
be.
All right, so ready for
Hadouken.
damage? All right, here we go. So that's a 2. All right, that's 3. All right, that's 2, and then that's 6.
13 points of lightning damage, which
Yeah.
those 2 that you catch with that thing are pretty much incinerated.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'm just like, Jesus.
Ah.
You see,
Thank-
yeah.
Thank
What
you.
see is this lightning bolt literally come across your face, and you see 2 of these bandits just get incinerated to
I
ashes.
may
in
have
front of
made a mistake here. By myself.
you. All right, that's 2 of them down. You see the other 2 just kind of like look at each other, and now they look back at you guys, kind of like, what have we got ourselves into?
Yep.
Is anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
scream.
yeah.
I'm gonna shout as loud as I can. Give up now while you still have the chance.
I'm gonna move up
roll
to next to
intimidation with advantage.
I would like to just say, It's okay. So if his doesn't fail, I want to chip in if his.
Yeah. Okay.
14.
14. Nah, they stand for they
Idiots.
yeah they it doesn't do it. What are you trying to add?
So with the javelin incident, I'd like to try to persuade them. I'd like to try to persuade them and just said, you lost your opportunity for money, but you can still leave without dying. I'm gonna roll.
All right, roll
persuasion.
me persuasion at advantage.
Yeah, I'm pounding my chest in the background.
18. Oh, with advantage, you said?
Yeah, they just saw 2 of their friends get incinerated.
That's fair.
Evaporated.
26.
Oh, yeah, so they
Yeah.
kind of look at each other and they're kind of like, hey, let's get out of here, and they bolt. They just go off into the woods. They bolt. Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
Barbecue
Nope.
and booked.
They're done. Well,
they're done.
okay.
Wow.
How's my carriage and my driver?
The driver's dead.
Ooh.
He didn't make it, poor guy. You see, he's got crossbow bolts in his chest. He poor little gnome didn't make it.
Someone roll a medicine check, and he's dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you can roll it if you want, but he's dead.
I can't roll medicine.
I'd like to say I play a doctor on TV, and he is dead. Yes.
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
The carriage, you still got it's off to the side of the main road. You got the 2 draft horses are still hooked up to it. The carriage is still serviceable, but you lost your driver.
Ugh. Well, I'm going to turn to are you guys all out and about now, or is it still just the big guy?
No, we all make it up to. Say by that time
we'll
we're
this
all over
point,
there.
everybody's kind of made it
Hey,
up to the
what's
carriage.
going on? Who's the weird skull guy?
Down. Who do I see?
Well, all right, let's go one at a time.
I'll probably put that.
Torrin, why don't you go first?
All right. So leading from behind, you see about a 6 foot tall, standard built copper dragonborn.
Huh. Interesting.
Nat?
Next to the Dragonborn, there's about a 5'6" human female, dark hair with
Whoops. This is good.
sliding her bow into her bag. Red hair, tan.
I'm guessing standard.
Sorry?
What, hunter affair,
Yeah.
ranger affair?
Yeah,
Ranger.
Leathers. Yeah.
Standard hunter look. Got it.
No. Beldan?
Got about it's a little over 3 feet tall, dark beard, dark hair, dwarf in his little tin can chainmail that he's wearing. It ain't plate.
Aw.
Yeah.
And Corallos.
I'm 4'11". I'm a tiefling. I've got like horns and a tail, purple skin, purple hair. I'm a spellcaster, warlock.
And the big guy.
And the big old Goliath who you have seen.
Armor, sword, what are you, just the javelin? Well, I guess the javelin's next to me, so
Well, I have no armor on. I just have a bunch of fur pelts.
that's done.
I've got my beautiful locks up here, top knot, hair draped down like Tom Cruise in The Samurai. See a nice, beautifully trimmed, shape up going on, all that, and silver gray skin with red tribal marks from his face to his body.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to give each of you a look and turn, and then I am going to give a very deep curtsy, as low as the shortest person. So I suppose that's Beldan. I'm just going to say, friends, thank you very much for your assistance. It's a pleasure to be making all of your acquaintance. Sir Emissaries, Sir Dragon Sirs, thank you so much for your assistance with the very large stick, Sir Goliath.
Speaking of, I'd like to hand Tarook his javelin so he doesn't forget it.
How heavy
You
is this thing?
also
Yeah.
see just a suit of plate armor chink from the back. Chink, chink, and it also delivers a bow in kind in this very bombastic voice of any assistance we can offer, my lady.
And it's much appreciated, sir. Well, it appears that my protection didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Here, allow me to offer. I'm going to take out my little coin purse and give about 5 gold to everybody just for your assistance.
No.
Appreciate it.
No, can't take this.
No. That's all right.
I would have had to pay more for the bandits.
No, that's all
Where,
right.
where are you group heading?
We are heading
Brine.
for what is left of hopefully Brine.
I would assume Brine. Well, how about this? You accept this as prepayment, and if you'd be willing to escort me back to the city gates, I would be more than willing to not only pay you this fee, but offer my services as host back in the city.
Well, I would definitely love to escort you back to the city gates free of charge, my lady.
I couldn't impose, but I would be very glad to host all of you. I would assume that what's left of home implies you may need a place to stay.
Or where would you be hosting us, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a performer of sorts, and there's a home where we all operate out of. I'd be more than happy to set you all up in the finest accommodations we could handle for the night.
You wouldn't. What would be the name of that place?
The Luxurious Light.
Luxurious Light.
Perhaps you've heard of it?
Have we heard of it, Omnipotence? It's been 4 years.
Don't even bother with a history check. You've never heard.
You've been,
4 years really takes it out of you, huh?
well, like I said,
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years is a long time.
4 years
Yeah.
you've been to Brine. Oh, you haven't been, well, again, I think in that case, I would be most insistent on offering my services as a hostess for the assistance he provided me. Shall we?
I guess so.
I suppose
Guys.
I suppose I could offer use of my carriage if someone is capable of helming it for me.
Anybody good with land vehicles?
No.
You do have one person in the party who's very good at animal handling.
I have several personal effects in the carriage I wouldn't want to burden you with. It'd be best if someone could ride the carriage.
Britt, that's you.
And
Hint,
Nat.
hint.
I've got a huntress.
Natty.
yeah,
I'll make you roll an animal handling check, but I actually do believe that your ranger is good with land vehicles. I do believe. Might have to double check that.
it is.
This is gonna be
But
rough.
So I asked Corallos for help, but I'm gonna take the little gnome guy and kind of bury him off to the side because we can't just
Right.
leave the body in the cart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
give him.
absolutely.
I'm gonna give him just a kiss on the forehead before you bury him, and just he was a good person. He deserved better.
All right.
I'll-
So
I'll use mold earth to make a hole.
sweet.
Okay. All right. So
Put him in there. Yeah. Last rites, all that fun stuff. My little.
sure. Yeah. You
Yeah.
you see him off properly and bury him off to the side of the main
A
road.
little tear comes out.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
Cool.
Ross,
Nat,
I've got a gnat the night in my game that I play on Monday nights. We have a gnat who's my cousin in the game.
oh yeah.
No kidding.
It's gonna be a little rough for a while.
Yeah. Nat, if you would, why don't you go ahead and roll me an animal handling check?
All right. So 13 and 7. It's a dirty 20.
30-20. Yeah. So you're able to calm the two horses down, and you pretty much have them in rein. And
Mhm.
so you will be able to operate the carriage with little to no problem.
I'm assuming we all can't fit in the carriage.
No, I don't think that you can. So
Maybe
some
go
people
slow.
just have to walk.
Yeah. Well,
But-
Sir Diplomat, if you wouldn't mind, I would be more than happy to share the carriage for anybody who can fit. No offense to my stronger compatriots.
Yeah, Tarook, it looks kind of small, man.
It's all right. I'm used to it. Don't worry. I'll
Once
walk
I get-
alongside.
Once I step up in level, I will put a hand on his cheek and just say, I'm afraid it can't contain your strength, new friend. But again,
Oh,
much appreciated
And,
for your new compatriotship.
No.
Tarook blushes a little bit. Oh, that's okay. I'll walk next to you. All right. Yeah.
It's like, well, ma'am, you've offered me your hospitality. You don't have to keep calling me anything like that. My name is Beldan. What's yours?
Or Tiny Turd.
Shut up, Tarook.
Not the time.
What did he say?
He said tiny turd.
Tiny turd.
I would never presume to call an ambassador of the stone such. My name is Veronice Arania. You may call me Ver.
Ver. Well, nice to meet you, Ver. And I'm going to take her up on her offer and ride in the carriage.
Anyone else is welcome. Again, Lady Huntress, much appreciated for your expertise here.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. With that, Nat, I'm not gonna make you dirty 20. That's gonna cover you for
You got
a
horses.
while. You got this. So for Nat, the only thing I'm gonna make you do is make you roll me a perception check, and whoever's not in the carriage, go ahead and roll me a perception check as we start the trek back to Brine.
Is the dragonborn in the carriage?
I was about to ask, do I fit?
Does
I know Tarook doesn't, and I'm about somewhere in between everyone else.
It looks like it would be uncomfortable if you tried it.
I'll walk.
Yeah.
I got a 13 for perception.
All right.
23 for perception.
Cool.
12.
That lane's
12.
outside,
Ross is
Right,
walking.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Nat's kind of MVP in this right now. So she,
Mhm.
there's
13.
not too much out of the ordinary. With more than what I just explained to you guys earlier. You pass. It takes maybe a couple hours, and you finally pass another patrol that was riding by, and you kind of get that probably the encounter that happened with your new friend here. It was calculated, and they were waiting to jump when the King's Highway wasn't patrolled so heavy. So.
Or were these fine, upstanding gentlemen when we needed them?
Right.
Never around when you need them.
No. But as we move forward, we are getting dangerously close to Brine. Right. As you guys approach and you see Brine does not look quite like it did as you guys remember. It looks about three times as large as what you remember. And what used to be kind of like an open little city actually has gates and fortress walls all around the border, and you see that one of the entrances that you're coming up to is actually guarded.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and as you guys approach, one of the city guards comes up, "Ho there, friends!" halting you to stop.
When the carriage stops, I'll go ahead and open the door and get on out.
What's your business, and my lady? Welcome back. And he kind of immediately bows.
I'll give a curtsy. Pleasure to be back as always. I see you two are hard at work.
Yes, my lady. I'm sorry we didn't recognize the ones that traveled with you.
No, they are old friends of the city revisiting. I'll be hosting them while they're here.
Certainly. Please. And he kind of just opens up the draw gate's down, so it's wide open, and he just kind of waves you through.
Thank you.
Certainly, my lady.
Was really hoping that'd be the guy that we helped out in the tavern that one time.
I know you guys are looking for callbacks, but you're gonna have to be patient.
We know.
Context.
Sorry, we know.
All right. As you guys start to head into town, once again, it looks different. A whole lot more developed. You even kind of see just glancing around, the architecture is improved. There's more grandiose, like marble and columns and just from the looks of it, times have been good for Brine.
I didn't think about this at the gate, but when I instead of getting back in the carriage, I would have gone up to sit with Nat to just kind of tell her where to go, basically.
Yeah.
Help her navigate.
We'll say at this point you're sitting up there with Nat, basically.
I kind of missed old Brine.
Yeah, no, this is it's a little different. It's developed and
How long has it been since you were here?
Roughly about 4 years.
A lot can change in
uh,
4 years.
We've noticed.
Does the All Right Inn still exist?
You mean the old tincture? That's the ale house, isn't it? With the lunatic that got
there. Go ahead and roll me a history check on that.
Yeah, that's. I think he. That is not good. That is an 8.
8. You've heard of it, but you
Something
don't know.
happened there.
It's not
I
a typical.
Can't,
yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
You've heard of it.
it's not somewhere I frequent, and I don't think. I'll have to look into that for you, but I know I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh man, guys, I think we're poor.
Is that,
Yeah, we're poor.
Is that the first place you guys are going?
Not anymore.
And I mean, I want to see what happens.
Is that where you want to come?
And
Fuck it, I'll take 'em.
Finn and Quark might be there too.
Okay.
Do I
We
see-
told them to go back.
Battle ass.
Okay.
Do I see a guard around that I can ask? Because I mean, can they history check to find where they're going, or?
Yeah. No. You pull a guard off to the side, and he goes, yes, my lady. Yeah, the Albright. Well, and he kind of points you as far as directions on how to get there, and he kind of looks at you as you go, kind of like, why would you want to go there? But he kind of gives you the directions, and it's not far away.
Oh man.
So. If that's where we're going,
That's where we're going. I owe them.
That's the first stop along the way is the Albright Ale House, which as you guys see, it is much as you remember. However,
Oh damn it, we're poor.
yeah, as you approach the ale house, it looks a little run down.
We're definitely poor.
Damn it, Tawny. Damn it. Damn
It's definitely Tawny's fault.
bad
You think
business.
Tawny, does that jog my memory at all? Can I roll another history?
Tawny,
Can I roll another history
for
check?
that, yeah, roll another one for Tawny as I explained to them.
That's a 2. I mean,
No.
crap. That's
Oh,
a 2.
you never heard of him. Sorry.
Oh no, he was in my backstory. I just can't remember.
Was he in your backstory?
It makes sense though. I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't have.
You've
I
heard
would
the
have wasted
name.
my time
You know
remembering.
that there was you've heard the name of a dwarven snake oil salesman that was run out of town.
That's
years
right.
ago.
Yeah. Something. It's coming back to me. The name. Some snake oil sold some.
Snake.
Maybe angered a magistrate or two, or that was
Oh
someone else.
no. No.
That could have been someone else. That could have been
As
someone
she
else.
says that, you notice that there are several letters missing from the Albright Ale House moniker, and now it's just like Right House written on the sign.
Oh my god.
And
I'm gonna walk into it.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I'm gonna like check my purse and make sure it's like with me before I walk in.
okay, yeah, it's still there. As you guys walk in, it is dead. There's not hardly anybody in there, and this once open floor plan with this tiny little theater off to the side that you guys remember from your very first night of running into each other and the murder of Leliana, and the first time that you came here. It is a shadow of what it used to be. There is hardly anybody in here. There are tables that are tipped over in the back. I mean, it's kind of unkept. It is not it is not well kept, and it is not a good place to be right now. You see a very skinny human man at the bar, kind of just motion at you. Oh yes, sit anywhere you like. It's rush hour, so be kind to the
What
others.
the hell happened here?
Oh, poor guy. Rush hour.
What? Beldan.
Do we recognize the nice man at the
Yeah.
bar?
It's Aiden. It's
Oh,
Aiden
no.
Albright.
Oh,
Hold on. Aiden. It's Tarook Bloodfist. You remember Beldan, Corallos? Oh, I know
We
it-
solved the
it's
murder
been
of Lady
4 years.
Liliana.
I think I remember you lot. Gosh, how long's it been?
4 years.
Well,
it
yeah.
feels
It's
like
been
it's been
4 years,
4 years.
Taruk. It's been 4 years.
It's like, let's cut to it. What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
And he kind of the one spot on the bar that he was kind of wiping down, he's kind of like, well, I guess I can do this later. And he goes and he pulls up a chair and offers, a seat to all of you. And he goes, well, let's see, 4 years ago, there was this dwarf that came to town on supposedly your word, and said that he had your permission to sell his wares through the Albright, and I took him up on it. And apparently his spirits had unforeseen effects to people who drank it. And after the first couple nights of people growing appendages, and there was one lady grew wings, and then
Oh dear.
there was another instance of someone's child turned invisible, and there
Wait.
was,
Aiden, I'm gonna have to stop you, please.
Did anybody turn into a chicken?
How did a child taste this stuff?
Yeah, that's a good point.
somebody gave him a taste of this, and
What was the child doing in the ale house?
Eh,
It's like having it's like
Maybe in a bar?
Yes, thank you.
Vera has a slight judgmental look in the back and is like, oh my goodness.
right.
So
And he's
what
kind of
you
like,
say-
what'd you say, Tarook?
what you're saying is, Aiden, is you're broke.
I'm hearing you're all broke.
In so many words, yes, we're broke.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Such a good idea at the time.
Did
Oh,
the
we
man
screwed
stop
up.
selling the troublesome drinks?
Well, I mean, the people of Brine, shortly after the incident, the people of Brine kind of ran him out of town.
What
But
prevents them from coming in and having ale, though? I haven't
the
even heard of this place.
the reputation was tarnished when there was a murder, and then after that,
Yeah.
we sold bad spirits, and we've yet to regain our reputation. And I had to lay off most of the workers, and it's just me and my brother who runs this now, and we barely keep it running.
Did Finn ever come back?
He did. The elf temporarily. I haven't seen him in 2 years.
You
Did
know
he
what
have an
happened?
ass with him?
I employed him for as long as possible, but eventually I had to let him go, and then he left town.
Crap.
Oh no.
And he has my donkey.
He has your ass,
Ugh.
Tarook.
He has my ass.
I'm gonna
Torrin,
inquire
you
as
guys
to
told Tawny.
what kind of ales do they have right now? Is it very gut barrel kind of ales? Am I getting the impression
Yeah,
they have
that's
anything
about
decent?
that's about what's it. You guys know from previously that he used to have a kind of like a side table deal with privateers on how he acquired most of the spirits and ale and alcohol that they served.
Wow.
He explains that dried up with his reputation. That deal fell through almost as soon as
So don't feel it wasn't entirely your fault. You guys made a poor business decision. He was already kind of a crook.
Where's Champ at? Where's the
He's
little
probably
rope fist
gone,
champ?
Taruk.
Where's Champ?
No, yeah, he kind of nods at the mention of Champ. You would know that for a couple years there was a fist fighting ring that was kept as actually part of the entertainment of this particular ale house, and when it fell out of repair, all of that kind of got cut.
Next.
I would know that why. Sure, whatever. I guess was it like big news?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was kind of like it's kind of like
Scandal.
after that there was like underground fist fighting stuff, and then that kind of phased out of the town when it slowly became a little more respectable, became a little more developed. They kind of started cutting on the side activities and the semi-illegal activities in the city.
So currently there's a fight pit style rumble in the jungle underground arena.
Yeah,
This was there used to
there
be.
used to be,
Okay.
but not anymore.
Huh.
So, no, the champ hasn't been here in years.
My condolences.
Well,
I'm bummed out.
we have. Oh God.
No battle ass, no Finn.
Hold on.
No
Torrin,
good
Poor
deal.
things.
Yeah.
Corallos, Beldan, Nat. Listen, I think what we should do. We should come back here later. Let's figure out the rest of what we lost these last 4 years. But I say we try to restore this place. Not now, but later on. We'll talk with Aiden and his brother, and let's bring this place back to its former glory.
Just gonna kind of
We
We
glance
have
at
to
like,
find.
you are a
Yes.
fascinating group of individuals.
Oh,
Are
Yes, we
quite
are.
I haven't
fascinating.
seen nothing yet.
yeah. Getting
Give it
better.
time.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
specifically like I'm expressly going to look at Belden and just be like, yes, quite interesting company you keep.
It's just
Very
weird.
respected company.
It comes with the territory.
But-
It happens.
Well, not to dour the mood any further, but I have been away on business a long time. If that's all.
Yeah.
Although I would be happy
yeah.
to take you anywhere else in the city you need to go.
Well, Belden has somewhere very specific he needs to check out, but I think the rest of
Oh,
us
yes.
are good to tag along wherever we need
Time
to.
sensitive, or would a decompression after traveling?
I don't know, man. I'm already pretty heartbroken as it is.
Oh,
I don't
that
know.
could be the decompression.
I'm taking
Sure.
That
bets.
could
Lord.
definitely be the deacon.
Sir
Why you
Belden,
guys?
please
guys-
allow me
Tarook,
to
are you really taking bets, Tarook?
Yes,
that
yes. I'm
Wow.
taking bets.
Tarook's taking
Torrin,
bets.
come on, Torrin.
please allow me to at least attempt to lift your spirits a bit more before any other ventures you all may need to go on.
So
Yeah,
we fill her
This'll
in
be
on the blacksmith. We
What
fill her
about
on the blacksmith.
The short story of that is Belden had a relationship
boy.
with the elven woman who ran the smith,
Uh,
one of the more
picture-
successful smithies in town.
is she
And,
is she part of the Artisans Guild? Is she
Yes, she is.
would
And,
I know her?
you probably in passing.
Okay.
But just for the backstory, what he's filling you in on is he had a relationship with her, and and they left. And
Yeah.
in 4
Oh.
years, he's a little
Yeah.
And I mean,
She was a
she's a
bodybuilding chick
big
too,
lady,
like,
man.
like
I'm
ugly
kinda scared
China.
I'm kind of scared to go back.
Well,
Like not ugly China.
it might be
freaking
best
hell.
to have a nice meal and a long bath and a set of clothes. Something to perhaps soften that blow.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, as they're talking about this, I turned to Torrin. I whispered to him, Torrin, listen, 2 copper pieces that she slaps Belden when she answers the door. You want to take it?
That
She
is a
does. She might take
fool's-
my.
That's a fool's
As a
bet, sir.
woman-
She's
as a
definitely gonna
woman-
slap him.
I will put a
It's-
gold piece on her trying to murder him. But this
Alright,
isn't my business.
It's less if, more how hard is she gonna hit him?
Absolutely fair, Sir Dragonborn.
All right,
And
all
I'm-
right.
I kind of just want. Let's
Right.
just see it happen. Let's just rip the band-aid. Let's do
You
it.
want to just rip the band-aid?
Let's just rip the band-aid. Let's do it.
Sir Belden,
All right, so-
I would recommend.
Okay.
I grabbed Trug by like the scruff of the collar. Nope, you don't need an opinion in this.
Yeah.
No, all right, all right.
All right. So, are you going to Elven Tongs?
No, I'll listen to Vare.
Well
She seems
done.
pretty smart.
Okay.
Let's
All
we'll,
right.
we'll go with Vare's suggestion.
So, Var, where are you leading them?
Well, if Nat is going to be manning the carriage again, then I would assume he's back home.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. Like, yeah, we were with the centaurs and all that, but we got covered in blood. We've been through all kinds of junk, and
Yeah.
not once did we say that we bathed or anything. There wasn't. You know what I mean?
All right,
Like,
come on. Like, I
bad.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
And it was just
Um,
minutes for us. You know what I mean? It was years
right.
on the outside.
Oh, that's what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, that's a story.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
All
Tell
right.
you all about it over a drink.
So, Ver,
I
you're gonna
survived.
lead them to the light.
Yes.
All right.
To the light.
If there's nowhere else anyone needs to go. But what
Unless,
is the
yeah,
light?
unless there's anywhere you guys want to go, she was gonna take you guys to the luxurious light.
Sure.
Okay. She takes you a very familiar path to a very familiar place in the city, although it's barely as you remember it. And what was once the broken saddle
Oh
now
my
sits
god.
a 3-tiered building.
Shut.
Holy
Decorated.
Bahamut.
And
I
set,
knew it.
it has definitely turned into a very large pavilion.
Wow.
Are you guys
I-
reacting in game?
Scales.
Yeah,
That's
they're reacting to that.
sneaky.
Ben?
I knew she was still alive.
Everyone gets a little bit of money, and look what
Well,
happened.
look on the bright
Belden,
side, Torrin. You
screwed
never have
up,
to pay
bro.
her.
Yeah,
You
yeah. Thank
totally
goodness I
screwed up,
paid that
Belden.
bet.
You wouldn't have to pay
This
anything.
is
You're my
totally
guest.
your sugar mama. This is your sugar mama, Belden. You totally
No.
totally
Oh,
screwed up, bro.
Dude, we're at the
Oh
broken
my.
saddle, dude. What you talking about?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Would I know what it was called before?
Yes.
I would? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow. You individuals haven't been home in a long time.
Yeah.
Nope.
And you do. It was kind of beginning its early construction there when you first arrived. So
Okay.
it was kind of in the middle of a rebranding anyway. But
That's okay. I'm clicking. Yeah, timeline's kind of making sense now.
yeah. But what once was a very humble kind of looking establishment is now very profitable and a huge building.
Is there like a carriageman waiting or like an usher of sorts waiting to take
Yes.
care of the carriage? All right. Well, then yeah, when we show up, I'll have Ben in the driver's seat with Nat. So yeah, I'll inform the porter or whoever it is of poor Kevon's untimely death.
Yes. And he kind of regards you and says, "Of course, my lady, it's very unfortunate, but I can handle your carriage from this point on." It's a half elf, male half elf, which you've seen him before. His name is Darren, and he says, I will definitely handle it from this point on." And they kind of like very formal kind of like greetings, welcome to the luxurious light to each of you, and it's a very grand little procession to get you guys in.
Man, it's been a while since I've been treated like this.
I no, this does not feel right.
What's wrong with
Doesn't feel
you guys?
right
It's
to you.
Such a nice building. What's wrong?
You
with
had a
guys?
fine time last time you were
just
here. Mine,
from what I
not so
remember.
much.
As you guys walk
Whose
in,
fault was that, Torrin?
He cheated, and I know he did it.
We still can't prove it, and it's 4 years later.
I can't prove it, but I know he cheated.
There's a history here.
yeah, as they are bickering about a fight that once took place here, as you guys walk in, it is a huge, like open. It's almost like a almost like ballroom size with this beautiful chandelier up above. These extravagant, like red velvet. There's tapestries on the back. Like this is like a huge, nothing like what you guys remember. This is 100% upgraded in every way, shape, and form.
This
And like
I used to be able to touch this ceiling. Now I can't.
Yeah, no, there's no way you can.
I've never been in this place, so it's just really nice.
Yeah.
It feels
So I'm just kind of wondering why they're all like
way too rich.
freaked out.
I'd like to, I guess, insight Nat.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of trying to find out if she worked here before. I don't want to ask because if she worked here before the rebranding, let's call it, that would yeah. So I'm gonna insight her.
Okay.
Without having to ask anything. I'm pretty sure that's gonna that's a soft 20.
Okay. Nat, go ahead and explain your relationship with the proprietor.
Well, I never worked here, but I became really close with the madam. And just from what I remembered, it had a much more rustic feel. And the Broken Saddle used to be a bordello.
Rustic. That's a word for it.
It's,
At that mention, you guys you guys notice that there is somebody at this double spiraling staircase that goes up to the next level. There is a woman at the top of the staircase in a black velvet like evening gown kind of deal, comes right at the shoulders, a yellowish amber skinned tiefling with flowing black hair. And Nat, you would immediately recognize this is the madam.
yep.
Philomena Bordeaux.
I'm gonna is she coming down the stairs or is she just staying on top?
She's kind of like Scarlett O'Hara at the top, just kind of like posing there.
I'm gonna take off my traveling cloak and probably hand it to someone or set it down.
Yeah, it's like before you even move, there's somebody there waiting for you. Just
I'm gonna kind of exasperate and be like, Mina, you would not believe the travel I had. I'd like you to meet, I suppose, an old friend and several new ones who assisted me through a spot of trouble.
And she kind of takes a minute to drink you all in, and it's just a darlings, and she just immediately starts coming down the staircase very elegantly, almost as if she's floating, and immediately comes to Nat, comes up, and she doesn't even wait, she hugs you.
Madam.
Darling,
Oh.
I thought you'd gone. You left. You never said goodbye.
It has been one very crazy journey, madam. But what happened here? Just
She kind of coyly kind of looks around and she goes, in a word, success, darling.
I love her.
I love the madam.
I love her so
I've
much.
never met her, but I love the madam.
Can I mute that?
Just like
you, madam, I know I have someone here that you probably remember very well. Torrin, come here.
Hello, darling. So good to see you. And she kind of puts a hand out.
I tell
hello, madam.
as she's talking to Torrin, I say to Metagast, watch this.
Yeah,
It's
Sir
gonna be fun.
Metagast has literally just been sitting, like standing in the back, just looking around.
Oh.
He said
yeah,
no word.
Don't ever
Not a
take your
word.
helmet off. Don't ever take your helmet off. Leave it on.
And you just see this like it's literally like Arthurian legend, like, you know, Knights of the Round Table type plate, and it's just nods. It doesn't, you know, it's the one that greeted you so bombastically
Yeah,
earlier.
is it super out of fashion or?
Very.
Well, yeah. We'll
Very.
tell you all about it later.
It's
He's from a
ancient
foreign
looking
land.
armor.
Let's just say that. He's just from a foreign land. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
So
Let's go with that.
Nice,
darling, she goes,
It's
oh,
nice
and
to
she
see
kind
you,
of,
madam.
yes, darling, so good to see you again. Which go ahead and roll me insight on that, Torrin.
Yeah, I want to insight Mina.
That's a dirty 20.
That's a 12.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That's okay. There, you don't catch on it as much, Torrin. There, she saw you. There was a little
It's
feigned
like,
interest
great, he's back.
Behave.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could pay his bills this time.
But no, she goes, please. She kind of, at first, she kind of motions for you to all to go take a seat, and then she's, perhaps you all should be, man. And she starts snapping her fingers, and you see some porters and servants.
Yeah, I for one am going to Prussian.
Yes, she goes, I would suggest that perhaps maybe you all should do that, darling.
Lady
Hey, go-
Huntress, would you like to
yeah.
accompany me to the female baths?
Yeah, there's bathhouses in the back, which is where she's directing you guys, which is Brent, Torrin, and Nat. That's brand new. There's like literally there's a whole area of the bordello that's set up to prep the patrons.
I'm gonna offer to guide Nat since there's a female and a male, and I'm assuming
Yeah.
orders
So
females.
So yeah, we're gonna have the gratuitous anime moment here where the girls are gonna go to their side and the guys are gonna go to their side.
I'm assuming
all of
dinner-
the steam.
It's
Yeah,
not
this-
morning,
all
right?
So much steam.
What'd you say, Bear?
It's not morning, right? I'm assuming dinner.
No,
and
I'm
hours.
saying this is like evening hours right now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I require the stiffest of brushes.
Do you have like a metal
You can
scraper?
One of them's kind of like, I think I could use some steel wool. I don't know. What you get?
That works. Follow me.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I take Nat.
Yeah. You two kind of go off and
I'm gonna offer my arm politely, sisterly.
Thank you. Not used to. I'm just still trying to take everything. in.
processing?
This is-
I
yes.
Can imagine it's quite the shock if this is your first encounter since.
Oh, a lot has happened since we've been gone.
Indeed
And-
it has.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot. It's overwhelming. But we'll figure it out. It's what we do. Kind of what we have to do.
I don't know if you guys want to split men, ladies. I don't know how you want to do this.
yeah, you guys have been kind of sequestered off to a different area of the bathhouse. So you guys have your own area where you can bathe, freshen up, do whatever you would wish to do.
Scrub
And
the-
then after
brush,
we bathe,
scrub
I'll
the
offer to
scales.
take Nat to my room and offer her yeah. I'm assuming what are you wearing? You have like armor or is it just hunter's gear?
Just hunters gear.
Okay, well yeah, I'm assuming it needs a cleaning. You're welcome to anything of mine for a more comfortable evening look for dinner.
Yeah, you get the idea, Nat,
Thank
just kind of
you.
looking around. There's a lot of formal wear now. There's a
Yeah.
lot of formal wear.
And Nat are about the same size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can borrow something of mine.
Sure.
You can borrow anything of mine. My
Well,
closet is your closet.
Like,
thank you very kindly for the offer. Okay. Out.
like, meanwhile, in the men's room, Corallos, can you clean my stuff?
Yes.
Clean
I'm
my
just gonna
toes!
Spam prestidigitation on all of our armor, clothing, everything.
Clean
you
my
go.
dwarf toes.
And it is done as the you see some of the servants that have been kind of assigned to take care of such things kind of look at each other almost disappointed. They're like, oh, well, I guess we don't have anything to do, and they kind of just go off.
Like, wait, servants, wait.
Yes,
Bath ale.
What the dwarf said.
right away.
Bath ale.
And they-
Bath ale.
Oh, there's bath wine happening.
yeah.
There's
Okay.
My guys, we haven't had creature comforts in a while, and these people look like they're willing to wait on his hand and foot, so why not?
I mean, you
About
did save
time
his
someone looks out for us, damn it.
You did save the life of one of a very important member of the household.
And unless there's anything you guys want to RP out or anything, you guys get freshened up, bathed, and liquored up a little bit for whoever wanted it. And
Moist.
you were cordially invited to
Cheers.
dinner with the madam.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change something flowy, red, gorgeous. You know, the usual.
Nice.
I mean,
Nat,
gonna-
you're welcome to anything.
Yeah, Nat,
Mm.
all colors,
I do
perfect
own
any type of
pants, it's
dress
not
that you're
all
looking
dresses.
for.
Wh-
There you
what
go.
was that?
I do own pants. It's not all dresses.
It,
The dresses.
good to know. I just stand there looking at the vast wardrobe, and I feel I feel like the moment in in Princess Diaries, like, right, she's like learning to become the princess. Yeah.
You broke
Opens the
my
closet.
glasses. You broke my brush.
Yep, there we go.
Pantsuit, 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 pantsuit.
I surprisingly, I towards the back of the closet, I pick out a dark purple long dress. Something about it just stuck out to me.
Beautiful.
So may I wear this fair, if you don't mind?
You're welcome to anything.
Oh, thank you. There we go. I'm ready.
Hey, well, guys, you are provided with formal wear if you so choose.
Even me?
Yes, even you.
Oh, wow.
A lot of clients.
So you guys are getting dwarves now.
At the mention of that, a couple of the servers kind of look at you and say, well, yes, we from time to time there have been dwarves that we have serviced here in the past. So yes, we do accommodate all people.
All right.
People are people.
I guess
They
we're gonna
deserve
have
the right to sex.
we're gonna have a fancy. I'll change into some fancy dinnerware. Why not? It seems to be what everybody wants.
I look around in confusion. I've
Tarook?
never actually dressed fancy. It's
You're
always
just
been
fancy.
very.
I was like, are you just naked all the time?
No, I'm a dragonborn fighter.
I still wear clothes.
I think we need to get him a shiny suit if they have it. Something that goes with his shininess already.
There is
after the bath, like I'm no longer like a brown. It's almost like an orange color to my scale.
Oh,
like, give myself some shine.
Right. Torrin, you do see something in the ways of like a white kind of suit.
Okay.
With black suit pants to it. If you're looking for something to like thumbprint it reminds you of like a James Bond look.
That one.
00 Dragon.
With that, I slowly take the pants and just poke a tiny hole in the back for my tail.
Right.
I feel like they already have a hole.
Yeah, I think they've got that serviceable for you. There's already a pleated hole in the back for you.
Look at that.
This is fancy.
Tarook.
They have sewn several suits together.
No.
Bold of you to assume we don't get Goliath clients.
Exactly.
Bold of you to assume.
Is there bow ties?
Yeah.
Is there bow ties?
Nothing but a bow tie.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna grab 2 bow ties. I'm gonna put one on me, and I'm gonna put one on Metagas and just put it
Okay,
around.
They shined his armor up so it's a little silver, but it's got a bow tie right there at the neck. So
Yeah. Don't worry, Metagas. I'll take care of you, my friend.
He's like our Tin Man.
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna
Looks
do?
great, shiny.
Oh, sorry. Wait, sorry. I thought you were.
I thought you said something. That's why I stopped.
Yeah, no, I am
yeah,
going
I
to.
thought you
Well, because I have to message you, Tim, but I am going to remove makeup.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
Corallos, what do you see in the way of formal wear?
I'm gonna match Tarook and Midagast, I think. I'm not taking my robe off, and there's no way I'm taking the cloak off. So
Okay. Yeah, kind of what they do is they kind of with the you using the prestidigitation, they do make a couple alterations just to make it frill out a little more. There's a little bit more poof to the like a I'm trying to think of something to almost like a fencing shirt kind of deal underneath. They
Okay.
offer that to you. Kind of like a ruffled fencing shirt.
Cool.
And with the bow tie under your cloak and your robe.
I'm a little jealous that Corrals can do that. I can't do that with my junk. I gotta wear this old stiff suit. Ugh.
So everybody is now a little spiffy, a little dapper, and
Get my hair up, my combs, change my makeup, light reds. Offer not if she needs use of a cosmetics table?
Thank you, but no, thank you.
Pleasure to offer.
I appreciate the offer. Just don't know how. I don't do this kind of stuff. So.
I'd be pleasure. I can assist.
It
It would be no trouble at all.
appreciated, but no, thank you.
Let me at least do something with your hair. I can at least get it out of your way for you. I assume is it braided? Is it everywhere?
It's braided.
Oh, okay, you got it then.
I mean, if you would like, if you want to,
Sure, we could do something with that.
sure, why not?
Love it.
Your hair.
Vera, go ahead and roll me. I'll just make it a straight dex check.
Or would that be?
If you sell me on something else, go ahead.
Not really, but let me see. Maybe. Wouldn't really be performance, would it?
I don't think so.
Performing a task.
No.
Oh, okay. Can I sell you on acrobatics?
Are you trying to do it while somersaulting, or
What are you trying to dress Tarook?
There's really all right. I guess just a straight dex.
Yeah,
There's really no.
do that. And since it's what you're doing, add dex check and add your proficiency modifier to it.
Okay. 16.
All right, that's pretty good. So yeah, so what do you do for Nat's hair?
She already has it braided. I'll just do like a more elaborate braid, up braid, more elaborate braid curls. Put some pins in there, a couple of combs.
All right, and you do a pretty good job of it. Nat, you see the new look.
I got 3 looks, 3 looks, 3 looks, 3 looks.
Wow, this is better than anything I could have done. Thank you.
I would assume in your profession it's not something you do to stand on many occasion.
Never.
Occupation.
Never really had any urge to either. So
Nothing wrong with having it once in a while.
I don't know, just never was comfortable with it.
Huh. I'm starting to
My
see
sister, on the
why.
other hand, this was probably, I think, more her. Good.
You're talking about, what'd you say? You cut out for me.
Yeah, you cut all my end. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. I
No,
didn't hear anything you just said.
It's internet. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was just saying that this would have been something more up my sister's alley after we kind of went our separate way.
Well, life does pull us in different directions. Hopefully you're both in fulfilled places.
One can only hope.
It's gonna kind of insight to see if she's a twitchy one. I'm not gonna get punched in the face if I put my arm around her shoulders.
Sure, go ahead.
I don't want to get punched. I don't want to get hit in the face here.
Nah.
That's a 14.
Seems like a safe idea.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put my hand over, like, just kind of on your shoulder, and just sort of say, "Well, wherever you both may end up, I'm glad you were here for me today."
Oh, okay, cute.
No trouble at all. Anything to help someone in need.
Come. I think dinner's ready.
All right, so cutting to dinner, we have
Just fancy violin music and like knives.
Oh yeah, it's very, very posh. Very, yeah, you got the music going on in the background. Yeah. It's very, very, very formal, but also very welcome and very different for you guys. You guys have definitely been kind of in the outdoors and you've kind of, ever since the incident on the road with the doppelganger, it's almost been kind of like you've been shot out of a cannon, and it's really kind of a slow change of pace for you guys. It's very comforting. It's very nice. And the madam kind of strikes up conversation before the official meal has been served or whatever. And she goes, well, so please tell me what's happened to you all. I haven't seen you in goodness 4 years.
So before that, Tim, I see Nat walk into the room and I'm like, Tarook, catch.
Sure.
Yeah, it kind of plays out like that scene in Harry Potter where they saw Hermione in the dress for the
Yeah.
first
I'm
time.
gonna just kind of
Like,
smugly
cat.
smile.
Yeah. Sorry, did the worm get room in here?
Yeah, Torrin. Are you all right, my friend?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. You all right?
Nat,
What?
you look
You look very nice too, Torrin.
yes.
That.
Yeah. Yeah, Natty, I must say. You go, girl.
And I just elbow the crap out of her. Shut up.
No. What
All
the
right.
hell, man?
You give Nat like a really subtle like hit with my just kind of like hit her with my hip really subtly, just kind of like, hey.
And,
All right, dog.
oh,
All right, you dogs. Don't act
Lady
like you never saw a
Bear?
pair of legs in a dress.
Lady Bear, may I say that you look lovely as well?
Thank you very much. You look quite handsome as well.
Yeah.
I assume
And I
you were
turn
the
to Torrin.
mastermind behind the accoutrement for you as well as the Sir Knight.
Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah, you see the he. By the way, still in full plate armor, still, but with
What was
a
his
bow
name? I
tie.
can't remember.
Sir Midagast.
Midagast.
Same plate armor, but with a bow tie connected with the neck. Simply bows. A pleasure to see you as always, my dear.
Sir Midagast, wouldn't you be more comfortable for the occasion in something a little
I
less
just-
cumbersome?
Nope, he's good. He's good.
Starts to reach for his helmet, and they
No,
immediately.
he's fine.
Nope.
And I
He
just
is perfectly
put it on top of
comfortable in his
head.
armor.
Nah, yeah,
Um,
he's fine. Look, it's shiny, nice and neat. He's literally a knight in shining armor. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's fine. He'll be all right. Let's
The
not
madam
talk
kind
about
of
that.
throws a side eye there, but she doesn't ask anything. She just kind of strange, you know. But then after that, she goes into that spiel that I just told you guys about. She's just questioning what has happened in the past few years.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean,
for starters, we as you know, we became involved with the Hunters Guild.
Course.
Actually, are they still around?
Oh yes, darling. Typhon's Bane has been an institution in the kingdom for, oh goodness, as long as I've been around.
Led by that handsome fella, the half orc gentleman.
Yes, darling. Rel Kane still serves as guildmaster, but he's not so much found at the actual guild anymore, darling. He is now on the city council. You see, Brine has kind of.
When did he become a member of the city council?
Oh, in the past few years, darling, the city of Brine has grown exponentially, and there are those of us who serve as basically on the city council and help govern it. I also serve on it, darling.
Wow, look, that's fantastic.
Let me bring up my own lore because I don't remember everything off the top of my head.
You seem surprised, Lady Nat.
A little bit. Then again, it's trying to remember everything that's happened.
Of course, I don't mean to sound confrontational. I'm sure I'm just so fascinated at how different this city must have been before I arrived.
Yes, the way I remembered it, it was much more compact, so to speak.
There's a word for it.
It was building up. It hadn't
And
Character.
expanded like it has.
Reached its crescendo.
Well, hopefully there's many more years and many more crescendos after.
One can only hope, darling. But what I was saying was the Brine Council has its own, basically it's elected, darling. And the Chamberlain does not hold the only, seat of power, as it were. There's several of us, darling, representatives from different guilds and walks of life so that everyone in Brine may be represented. The Chamberlain is a human noble by the name of Ephraim Regis. A noble man, if a bit simple at times, darling.
Boy. But we shouldn't hold against him.
There's also another human male. You may remember this one. His name is Cephras Holder. Serves as representative Cephras Holder now, representing the Merchants Guild on the council.
I'm gonna look at the door and be like, "Oh, you've met?"
Yeah, we've had passings with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a nice guy.
We don't
Cephras?
We don't get along. He is a persistent individual, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a nice word for it.
I kind of grip my teeth at his name.
Tarook. It's okay.
Persistence, one word for it, darling. And she kind of sends a side eye your way.
Yeah, one of the nicer ones. But we're in politer company, so.
Certainly. And also on the council mage Vereen Shadeleaf. She's an elven wizard that represents the Mages Guild. And as I said, I serve as from the Courtesans Guild, and Rel Kane serves from the Hunters Guild. And the group of us, we make up the council, and we represent the people of Brine.
A complicated but elegant system in its own way.
Indeed, darling.
Interesting.
City politics has certainly changed in the 4 years that you've left.
Doesn't
Is
seem
politics ever not changing?
doesn't seem like that's
Doesn't
the only
change
thing that's
enough.
changed. However, so like, I
Poor Nat.
yeah, it's just
Do I notice the suit of armor isn't eating?
Yes. He's sitting at the table, but he's not eating or drinking.
I mean, what?
He's
He
not very
had something
hungry.
Earlier. Yeah. He
Yeah,
All right,
You know,
guys.
he's on a
this is
special diet there.
This is getting kind of bad. All right, Torrin and Tarook, you can each roll a deception check.
yeah.
Can I if I wanted to insight, would I be inciting the suit of the man or them?
Whichever one that you're more interested in.
Not Torrin. I'm gonna or
14.
Tarook. I'm gonna
17.
go for
Yeah.
Tarook.
All right.
17. Why go for me?
Because you've now twice. That is a 17.
Oh,
Oh, we died.
he hits
Huh?
it. I'm gonna. All right.
Wait, so I'm watching all this happen. So is
Yeah.
she's trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Are there
There's-
candles on the table or anything?
Sure.
I want to make them flare up with thaumaturgy just to kind of distract. See if that maybe throws her off.
Okay.
Just throws
Okay.
her off.
Belden, sleight of hand, because you're
Oh.
trying to cast a spell at a dinner table.
Would it be a perception check if I was to see through him trying to distract me?
Yeah. Already, you're suspicious of Torrin and Tarook, first of all. It seems like every time you question the suit of armor and Sir Metagast, they intervene
Oof.
immediately, and it's very
So
So do I
suspicious.
get advantage on that since I know they're trying to trick me?
Yeah, you do, because it's getting kind of bad now.
15.
Yeah, Belden with a 15.
That is
Ugh.
a soft 20.
Oh,
Yeah, this is fishy. They're
Ugh.
hiding something. As you see the flames from the candles flare up momentarily. It gets a couple people's attention.
Is there anybody at the dinner table besides us and Mina?
No, not sitting with you, no. And Mina just kind of gets distracted by the flare of the candles. Just kind of, ooh.
I'm gonna kind of look at the group and just be like, friends, once again, you've saved my life this occasion. I can't imagine any instance where we would be dispelling you from this hearse.
Your discretion in this would be really appreciated. And if you would wait until we were not at the dinner table, I feel like we'd be willing to explain this to you. But it's not for everyone's ears.
I agree 100% with what Belden said.
Oh, so I don't have to do the sick thing? No.
No.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right. We're gonna content to let the matter lie for now.
Right.
What
Uh,
is he?
the collective sigh of relief among your new friends.
I need a drink.
Wait a minute.
um,
I'm not gonna metagame here, but
yeah, Mina cuts through the awkward pause.
just scraping.
Surely you have more questions, darlings. I haven't seen you in so long, and the city has certainly changed in your absence. Certainly you're more interested in local politics.
I don't even know where to begin. So,
Well, what occasioned you guys to leave the city? What did you leave for?
well, as stated before, we were as part of the guild, the Hunters Guild. We were fulfilling a contract, and apparently we got caught up on some side
misadventures, if you will.
side misadventures involving a doppelganger and some time travel.
A doppel what?
Believe of that what you will.
Roll.
A doppelganger. It's
Go ahead.
You can explain to me.
Nope. I'm probably not going to explain it very, very well, but in short, a doppelganger is something that can look like something else, like almost essentially a twin, but not.
What did it look like when you found it?
Well, when we found it, it was naked, and it was an elf, or no, it was a dwarf or a gnome. I
It was an
can't
elf.
remember. It was an
Naked elf. He was a
naked
naked
elf.
elf.
How
On the side of the road.
dastardly.
He was a nude elf bard that told us a story about how he had come upon
Owing people money.
what? Yes, more or less.
What adventures you must have.
Coming back, you have a very nice dinner that is speckled with interesting conversation, and the madam kind of does her best to try to get you up to speed on anything that you're curious about, people that you're curious about. Feel free if you want rumors or whatever. She's kind of serving as hostess, and you're kind of between her and Ver. They're going to try to acclimate you into Brine nowadays as best as possible.
You know what? I've got a question.
Sure.
The disappearances, the swamps. How is that a thing anymore, or did they ever figure that out?
The madam kind of pipes up at that, and yes, darling, the Black Bog Swamp has been what it always has been, a death trap. It's
A place for interesting stories and speculation, nonetheless.
yes, quite, darling. Yes, and as Ver well knows, there's rumors of the sisters of the bog. They whoever they are, they remain there, darling. There's many a folklore and folk legends about the Black Bog Swamp, the folk legends about the ruins to the east, darling. There's another good story to frighten children with.
What's that story?
Many miles to the east, there is an abandoned amphitheater that once served as a seat of theatrical performances that would entertain the masses, darling. In the years that have followed, it's supposedly become the home of a cursed one, and no one who's ever ventured there has ever returned, or so the tales say.
Seems to be an overabundance of curses that seem to be papering over the acts of stupid people.
Very much, darling. It's unfortunate if any of it's true. The only thing that I've heard of the ruins is that On clear nights, some travelers have braved themselves to at least get close to those ruins. They swear they heard the barking of wolves and wild dogs, whatever that means, darling.
Whoever lives in the countryside.
Just kind of look over at Tarook when she says that.
Oh, I want to insight that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I own dice, but I have like nothing. I guess I could like turn around and roll them each time, but that would be that's a 19.
What was that?
It's my fucking night. That's a 19. That's my night.
19. Beldan?
Just kind of gave him a just kind of a curious look, kind of
Yeah.
a little bit of knowing, but that's really all you get off of it. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
But yes, they swear that they heard the howling of wolves or wild dogs or whatever they supposedly heard.
That sounds interesting.
Table conversation.
Yes, but beyond that, that's it for local legends and folklore, darling.
Go on to someone more, I guess, real then. Have you heard of a blacksmith named Theerly Gemblade at all?
Oh dear.
Have I? Have I?
Her muscles are almost as big as mine.
Kind of in
Could
passing.
probably take me.
It would be in passing for you. The madam does recall. She's a respected member of the Artisans Guild, my dear. She still owns a blacksmith, not too far away, near the center of the city. Elven Tongs. It has prospered in the years that you've been gone. I believe it's still there, darling.
Fantastic. Good for
Wonderful.
her.
Why the interest, if I may ask?
It's
I think our dear ambassador might be in a little bit of trouble.
it's a personal interest, madam. I'll eventually have to
I did not mean to pry.
drop in. It's okay. It's fine.
I wish you bravery and safety on your journey, sir.
I hope she doesn't knock my freaking head off.
I'm taking bets on that.
I will take a bet on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You gotta-
definitely.
Amused at it. Well, you let me know how it turns out, darling. Matters of the heart can be so precarious.
Don't we
Yes, they
know?
can.
5 gold says she gets
I
it
was-
for him.
I was in danger that one time,
Oh yeah, I'm with that. I'll take that bet.
but the bed died and I didn't.
Not that you would ever ask for it, darling, but I would say this much. Don't go in there with any assumptions, darling. Tread carefully, of course.
Will do, madam. I will do that.
Amazing.
Sound advice.
Oh, anything else in the way of news or gossip that I may spread?
I have a
Us
question,
never.
madam. I said I have a question. I don't mean to be the scaled one in the room, but what's going on between the humans and my people? I heard
what-
there was conflict.
Oh yes, darling.
People said-
Politics on a grander scale. Oh my. Well, the short version is this, darling. It's the Draconic Empire and the human kingdom does share a border, and there have been attacks on villages on each side, and one country blames the other, and that's pretty much the short of it. Tensions are escalated, but it's no formal conflict or declaration of war. Nothing so grandiose, darling. It's just tensions are high.
Bad for business is what it is. Hopefully we can resolve the matter in a satisfactory way for everybody.
Oh, one can only hope, darling. I have plans for this place.
If they're anything like your past plans, madam, I like them.
Why, thank you. I did have a hand in the new decorating and the renovating of this place, but I'm growing very fond of it.
Aren't we all?
But I do hope, as much of a fighter as I am, I hope for a peaceful
Um,
conclusion to the tension.
Madam, when you have mentioned these attacks, was there any like rumor or anything like that may have been left, like that may have given like one side that it was the other attacking, like any evidence or anything that you may have heard?
I think geography has more to do than anything, darling. I mean, it's just the closest border. Neither side would dare accuse the Centaur people of doing such a thing. So the easiest resolution for them is to blame the other.
Isn't it always?
Of course.
If you're asking for my personal opinion, I believe that river runs deeper than people realize, but that's just a gut feeling, darling. I don't have any insight
how do you
into
mean,
such a
madam?
thing. It's a gut feeling, darling. I believe that there's more there than meets the eye is all. I think it's more than just simple human and draconic politics.
Hmm. Hmm.
You
How
see
did
the servant. Go ahead, Belden.
Oh, how did the old Chamberlain become the leader of the Merchant Guild?
Oh, simple, darling. Nobody really liked Sephrus. So when we went to a more, how should I say, an official elective process, he didn't win, darling. He lost. He was not very favored, and
So he's just powerful enough to take over as head of the Merchant Guild?
yes, darling. He may not be popular, but that he's still influential, of course.
Good to know. Thanks, madam.
Better with
Certainly.
his hands than his mouth. Sorry, I was gonna say something and I'm not gonna say it anymore.
The
Sorry,
man kind of glances at you with a knowing look and
Child locks are on.
Mm-hmm.
Child lock.
Contrary to popular belief, boys, I have a filter. I'm looking at you two.
Mm.
I want to keep it spread the word.
Filter? I mean, I've seen it once or twice.
Oh, at this point, some of the
Baby shower.
I was going to say, so at this point, some of the servants were clearing the table, and kind of the meal was kind of finishing up. And you have noticed. Tell you what, the party. You wouldn't really. You've been here so many times, it wouldn't be anything for you. The party. Go ahead and roll me some perception checks.
Roll with advantage. For me.
19 plus 5.
15.
9.
Tell me about the drapes, DM.
16.
24.
Like reds, not harsh reds either. They're very like elegant, kind of like a deep maroon red to the drapes and everything.
Drapes,
It's
the drapes.
it's classy. That's what it is.
Am I getting like flashbacks to the bed? To the
Yeah,
bed?
What
bed?
happened there?
No
flashbacks? Is that what's
mimic
happening?
beds. No, all that was for is you have noticed in this time that there is a some one or two faces that you recognize, but there is still a security force that kind of walks through you see kind of patrolling hallways up above, and this is a finely oiled machine here, and a little bit more efficient than what you last remembered. But as the meal draws to a closing as well, darlings, this was lovely conversation. But I think I am growing tired.
Aren't we all?
Yes, it's been a long day for all of us.
Harrowing, you could say.
Certainly, darling. Now, please, you come and see me. And she kind of points to Nat. You know, you come and see me. We must catch up, darling.
Of course, madam.
The rest of you, I bid you good evening. And she kind of nods as one of the servants almost as soon as she moves, they're pulling her chair back for her, and she's kind of, once again, she's not walking, she's gliding. She's just very, very graceful, and she starts
Who
to
learned you that?
yeah, and she heads her way up that spiraling staircase on the right side, and she goes up and she vanishes.
One thing about her that has never changed, she knows how to command a room.
She always
That's an
has.
understatement.
I want to
Yeah,
know how
I'll
she does
say.
that floating
And
thing.
I hope she
That's-
always will.
You don't take an establishment in as much disrepair as this one must have been and turn it into what it's become without having a very commanding air about you. Mina's an impressive woman.
She absolutely is.
So dinner is over, right? How's
Yeah, you're just kind of occupying the space.
how's the
now.
capacity? Like, you know what I mean? Did the room die down? What are we looking at?
Well,
Just the
now that
6 of
dinner
us.
is finished, you've noticed that this dining area, yeah, people have started to, the servers are starting to clean up. People are starting to disperse. This
For
was
your dessert and tea in the parlor?
Of course, absolutely.
Tea? Oh,
Yes, there's a separate tea room if you wish.
is there something a little stronger than tea available in said tea room?
Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this plan.
Yep.
As a
Yeah.
dwarf, I would like to say
I was
I
gonna say,
don't
for our
tea.
discerning ambassadors of the stone, always.
I don't tea.
I don't see.
This is bourbon.
Whatever you wish to drink will be provided for you. And the way this kind of looks is like it's a very, once again, kind of like open, planned, spacious, elegant, like sitting room.
Right.
So you've got assorted furniture and places for you to sit and talk. And
Right, so we're all in the room, right?
yes,
Yeah.
and there's nobody else in this area at the moment. It's just you guys. You've got your own little nook of the.
I'd
I'm
very,
assuming all the other quarters
Can
are
we
on
can we
side.
close the door
yeah, I
close and
very
all that?
softly close the door behind us.
Sure, yeah. If you're trying to get a little bit of privacy, you close the door.
All right.
Who's gonna do this? Who's
I got it.
All right.
Matt,
I'm-
Lady
I'm
Bear,
very interested
All right.
please
in
Lady
what's
Bear.
about to happen.
do not
You know what?
shout.
You know what? Give Sir Medagas something to drink.
No.
Well, he didn't have anything to eat, so he could at least have a drink.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Don't scream.
Please.
Metagas.
And
I
I literally
This is
go for it,
Russell,
Metagas.
I'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
Should I roll a heads or tails scenario to see how I react to this?
Yes.
Okay. You call evens or odds. You let me know what's what.
All right. I got a percent. You got a percentile die?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. We're all going to jail.
Yep.
Guards are about to storm in, and we're all going to jail.
That's
Yep.
it.
All right.
Well, I think I'm crazy, so
This is great. This is great.
I just pat Metagas on the back. You're a good night, Metagas.
Let me know when you roll it. And Torrin, pick high or low.
Hi.
All right.
Oh man.
Hi.
Yeah.
Damn
Fair.
it.
64.
Okay. You do not freak out, but it is
Okay.
very alarming.
Okay.
All right.
What do I
guys.
see, guys?
Okay, ready? All right, Metagas, go ahead.
And the being
Slowly,
in full plate armor
slowly.
removes his helmet, and what you see is a skeleton head.
Like
100.
decaying or like
What?
med student level clean?
It's clean, med student level clean.
like think
skeleton
H.H.
head.
Holmes clean.
And I
Yeah.
have my hands up just like this to her. Calm.
It's
Calm.
startling, but you don't freak out. You suppress the
Calm.
feeling of the initial reaction of
Calm.
Hmm.
So that's why
You
he
wanna
doesn't
see
eat.
some- That's why I don't eat. I mean, it's
Interesting lives indeed. I'm
Right.
gonna. Okay, how does he respond?
kind of as much as a skeleton can, kind of apologetically. He's kind of got his hands down, kind of like, please don't be alarmed.
minute.
Well, I'll stand up from where I was sitting and kind of walk towards him, a little bit interested, but also trying to be like disarming,
Yeah.
a little gaunt, a little wizened, but this world's full of interesting characters, and I'm certain you have the most fascinating tale behind you.
Well, the interesting thing about it was I was a little bit unaware of my situation until recently.
I mean, Yeah, we
I
kind
got
of.
nothing. I just start pounding an ale.
Yeah.
It was Corallos' fault. He pulled the mirror out.
I
What?
What lives?
We
you
told us.
must
We told the
lead.
snowman he would melt. We told him he would melt.
Told him he would melt.
You melted him?
No.
No.
No. All right.
I'll explain.
Torrin,
We
explain.
were in a very strange place. That's the easiest way to describe it.
Mhm.
When we met Sir Midagast.
This is before
kind
or
of
after
skeleton
the
bows.
doppelganger. I'm a curtsy to him.
Your question again?
This-
Because of the doppelganger.
Yes, this
Because
is
of the
because of the
doppelganger.
doppelganger. So once we met Sir Midagast and he removed his helmet, we were all taken back. Until we realized that he was not aware of his situation. He did not realize he looked like
the way that he
this.
did.
when he says like this, he goes
Like that.
Just gonna giggle like a sort of.
We tried to, I guess, dance around the subject until our tiefling friend literally pulled out a mirror and showed him what had happened.
Sometimes truth is the best gift one can give.
Right.
And
Wow. I have to say,
since then,
usually
he's
I'm
been
the
our-
one tasked with the entertainment, but tonight I find it genuinely refreshing to have you lot here.
They think it's better if I wear my helmet at most times. They believe I might scare people.
Yes. Yes.
Have I seen anything stranger?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make you roll for that. No, it's an undead.
No.
It's an
And that's-
undead knight
In
from
this line of work, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Here's to you, sir. For
Yeah, hold
enduring and
on.
beating the odds.
Drink to that.
Yeah,
I,
you got
I would
yours.
drink, but there's not much point to it.
Oh,
I mean, it's pretty funny when you do it, though.
Ah ha ha ha! Very funny.
Cats, listen, you're our friend. You've grown on us the last couple of days or 4 years. I don't really know, but
It's
all I
give or
know
take,
is
right?
yeah, just
Same
give or
thing.
take. And we're just looking out for you, man, by telling you to keep your helmet on. That's all.
I will say, Sir Metagast, it does appear you found yourself in very graced company.
They have been kind, despite the gentle poking and prodding and teasing. It's what makes them endearing, I think.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
That's,
That's fair.
that's fair. Yeah.
He knows it isn't the scales.
But until I can find someone to rectify my situation,
Oh, that's a possibility.
I
We're
don't
not
know.
100% sure.
But we're willing to help.
Okay. Would I? Okay, so I would assume a mage would be the most use in that regard.
One would think.
Would it be possible for me or one of ours to arrange some sort of consultation with someone?
I mean, the
I'm sorry,
trick
are
to
you
that would
asking
be
him or are you asking the DM?
Yeah, the
I'm sorry.
DM.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I'm just speculating in regards to any, not necessarily favors, but
It would be some very powerful high-level magic if you could.
it definitely
Or
poses a very, very compelling task. I'm certain we could find a high mage or two that would be interested in taking on a challenge.
right. It also would depend on whatever power or curse or whatever is keeping him.
Can I? Okay. Can I detect his curse in any way? This is dicey.
Mm, are you saying
Mm.
what you did earlier?
No, sort of.
That may not give you the direct answers that you're looking for.
Well, that, but no, not that, but dispel curse. But then it also
Once
poses
again,
a potential.
yes, that if it was a curse, I'm sure dispel curse would help. But then again, you don't know if that would just make him turn into a pile of bones if you dispel
Right.
curse.
It might kill him, or it might.
The trick is you guys have to figure out what holds him together. Is his soul in there or not?
Okay. So.
And if it isn't, if you got to go find it or whatever, yeah, you don't have all the answers yet.
So I don't want to make any promises, but there is a possibility that I could ask around and see if any of the high mages are interested in taking on a challenging side project. This might be something that would interest them.
Yeah. Well, Mitigas immediately. Any assistance you offer, my lady? I would like to be whole again, whatever that means.
This seems like something I would definitely be interested in doing. In I should perhaps explain. Madame Philomena did express she did explain the political situation a little bit, and she definitely did discuss how, our guild has a place on the council. We do enjoy a level of prominence in some areas. So if I'm ever in a position where I could bend someone's ear about this situation and they could maybe take it upon themselves to, as I said, take on an interesting side project, I would be well within my capabilities to try to send them your way.
What about the council mage?
Who's the council mage again?
Brine. She was the. Let me bring up my.
I don't think she's. Yeah, I could probably. Like I said.
Vereen Shadeleaf. She's an elven wizard of the Mages Guild on the Brine City Council.
Right.
That would be one of the immediate contacts that you could go to.
I was gonna say, yeah, that would be something that I would be more than again, since you seem to not be willing to take payment for the assistance you gave me. That's something I could potentially look into, is maybe procuring a favor from somebody for your friend here.
I think yes, that'll be perfect. We just asked be very careful on talking to people with this, because we don't want nothing to happen to our friend here.
Or potentially start a riot.
Sweet Goliath. Yeah, politics requires the deftest of touches, and that's no stranger to those in our guild. I assure you.
Sweet. Hey, Torrin, you heard that? She called me sweet.
I heard Tarook.
Yeah, you did.
I believe I said Goliath, but
you have to understand, he's about as dense as a stone.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Did you just call him strong, dear Dragonborn?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah,
let's go with
dear
that.
Dragonborn.
Strong of mind, strong of heart. There's strength all about if you know where to find it and how to use it. That's the trick.
You see Mitigas
to
kind
use
of
it
like
is the
stop
right way.
listening as he's removed a gauntlet from his hand, and he's just looking at his bone hand. He's still kind of getting used to.
He's like new to this.
Yes, he is. He's not quite.
Like a couple days.
Yeah, like a
I
couple
want
days.
to help him. Yeah, no, I haven't personally. I haven't had any personal sessions with any of the mages, with the high mage, but I'm certain, depending on my schedule in the next few months, I may come across somebody useful. I'd have to talk to Philomena, however.
It would be very appreciated.
I'll see what I can do.
He kind of moved just kind of instinctually at this point and put the helmet back on and kind of.
Poor thing.
Kind of shrugs.
It's a living.
Sort of.
A skeleton living.
But
So I would like to. So did Philomena go to bed for the night, or did she just retire?
she just retired to her chamber. That's all.
Yeah, I would like to go talk a little business with her.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll definitely for playing hostess for the group offer them anything in the parlor, any assistance
Sure.
that they need is at their disposal. And,
All right.
yeah,
Um,
can you one-on-one in Zooms or is it?
no, I can do this and we'll be fine in here.
Okay.
So what I was gonna do, guys, you are left to your own devices in the sitting room, drinking whatever spirits, alcohol,
It's like, so
liquid.
she left us alone in a room.
Yeah, she's
with a bar.
adjourning to the side for a second,
Full of booze.
and you
We'll
guys,
be
yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
did this. I just want you to know you did it.
So we will return to you guys in a moment. There, you certainly know the way.
Yep.
You're moving up the spiral staircase, and basically how it works is you the second level, and there's yet another one, a left and right side spiral staircase that moves up to the third level. You head up to the third level, and you know exactly where the madam's chambers are.
Yeah, I do want to talk to her about just logistics things, payment for the last job,
Sure.
and scheduling for the next few is definitely what I want to know.
Right. Well, you come to her door, and there is you've seen him before. You do know him by his first name. His name is Farah. It is a red tiefling who stands off to the corner, kind of almost in the shadows, nodding at you. He serves as the personal security for the madam. In the rare times that she takes clients, he serves as her personal security.
she's beyond that now.
Yeah. He nods at you regarding you. He, unthreatened, unfazed. He just kind of nods very, very respectively and minds his business. He's
Okay. Yeah, definitely going to go in, knock, obviously.
all right. You hear? Just a moment, darling. She doesn't even know who's at. You get the idea that she throws that out as frequently as Freddie Mercury. Like that's like a common.
It reminds me of like a stupid, fabulous Edna from.
Yes.
I
that's what
may have heard
imagined.
that once or twice from somebody. I can't remember who said that.
Just like fabulous Eastern European divorcee.
Yeah. And you see the door opens and you see the madam. She's got basically like a simple kind of like bed, like a night robe look going. And she, oh, darling, please come in. Close the door. And she offers you a seat. She's got like a nightstand deal with two chairs off to the side. And she pours you some wine. Just
You kind of sit down, just sort of like glance in her mirror real quick, just kind of do one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, I wouldn't have bothered you until the morning, obviously, but I was wishing to inquire as to our schedules for the next few jobs. Are there any Magus clients coming up?
Let me take a look, darling. And she kind of off to the side, she grabs what looks like a big ledger and pulling it out and going over. She goes, Magus Guild. Nobody in the recent few months, darling. Was there somebody in specific that you were looking for?
One of my recent saviors has a bit of an issue. They could use a high-ranking Magus for something that I feel like, since they want to accept payment, could at least do something for them. And you seem to have a spot for the girl.
Well, darling, the one I would go to be Brine. Brine serves with me on the council. She is a noble woman, and I do trust her. If there's anything in that, I would rather go to her directly to make sure that the problem would be taken care of.
Any instance that would come up in the near future that would be the most appropriate?
Well, let's talk about that. And she kind of taking a sip of some wine that she poured, and he goes, I think that this may be able to be beneficial to you and to other interested parties, darling. I do have a new client for you. And she pulling a parchment that's rolled up, hands it to you, and says, there shall be a gala, darling, a formal event of some of the nobility for the human nobles.
In town?
Not in town, darling. This would be a little bit out of the way. In the next few weeks, darling, there's going to be a gala event in the city of Crete, and many of the higher-ranking officials from the Magus Guild, the human nobility, there will be many figureheads in the room, and
I am. So I assume I'll be attending.
that would be most, as a representative of your guild, darling, this might be required of you.
Oh. Any clients while we're there, or is it just strictly an appearance based?
Well, a little bit of both, if I'm being perfectly honest, darling. You have a interested party, a client, if you will, of a dwarf, an ambassador, if you will.
What are the odds of that?
Yes, darling. The details are in the parchment.
Take a step.
And,
I have been considering, however, it definitely appears that our provisions on my last trip didn't prove nearly sufficient enough. I was considering hiring on help.
certainly, darling. What did you have in mind?
Well,
I can loan Farah to you.
you could, but I think there might be some merit in outsourcing.
Do tell. And she just sips on the wine.
Well, it's come to my attention that we tend to make a little bit of a target of ourselves. And how far of a travel is this?
Several days, darling. Depending on the road and the travel. And roughly 4 days to reach Crete from here. Crete,
No.
H-R-E-E-T-E, by the way.
Is that in the milestones?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I said, yeah. My thinking is it's become a certain inconvenience. These marauders, these groups, these problems we've been encountering, and rather than use in-home help, which, let's be honest, is harder to replenish in the city, it might be worthwhile to, as I said, outsource some assistance.
Darling, I think that would be a wonderful idea.
I thought so too.
And with that, we're going to call the episode to a close.
All right.
Hmm.
Ow.
A little bit of intrigue at the end there.
Ooh, intrigue. My
Ooh.
favorite.
I love spoilers for next week. So, that was an amazing episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to our newest party member, Lady Vare. This has been something new and something exciting. So, thank you guys for watching.
Politics.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell on the YouTube app so you don't miss a
subscribe.
notification for the uploads. Also, once again, check the link in the description for a charity donation that Curbside Podcast is helping with for UWC and Toys for Tots this summer, or this Christmas. I'm sorry. It's a long night and my bearings aren't all there right now. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
See you.